try to make me feel embarrassed. There are types I've been in names, but they tell me I'm the one with problems. They're the ones who are insane, so for those who want but won't admit it, you shouldn't feel like that, cause you could be 20% cooler and 10 seconds slower. Shout it out. I'm proud to be a brony. Yeah, yeah. I'm proud to be a brony.
Hello mares and gentlecolts, my fellow bronies. Welcome to another episode of I'm Brony and I'm Proud. I've got Griffin Gary with me. G'day Griffin.
How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad.
So Griffin, how did you become a brony?
Well, it all started when I was playing Battlefield with a friend. He was playing some pretty awesome music, and it turned out to be one of Alex S's songs, and I was kind of intrigued by it. Asked him a little bit about it, got the link and that, and then he was talking to me about the show, and I thought, oh, what could go wrong if I gave it a little bit of a watch? Watched the first episode, watched the second one, then the third one, fourth, fifth. I'd watched the whole first season. From then I was pretty much hooked.
Classic Brony 101. It's like, yep, and then, hey, and there's like, whoa, where have ponies been all my life? Is there anything you want to elaborate on that story? Any sort of hidden quirks that sort of in between things? Or, I mean, you've described the journey beginnings as a brony. What has the story been since then?
Pretty much went straight from the show, looked up some art and that, and then kind of got hooked on the art. Was constantly switching between show, art, music. Currently still trying to teach myself how to draw. I guess that is probably like one of the biggest aspects of the brony community.
Absolutely. It takes guts. I guess initially you're drawing and the worst critic you've got is yourself, and usually that's harsh enough. But eventually you want to share what you've done with the community, even for the community in some cases. Most of the time, bronies are cool. And again, some of the time, some bronies you question why they're bronies in the first place, or why they call themselves bronies in the first place. But that's a whole other issue. So, what is the rest of your story? Who is Griffin Gary? And I have to ask, is Griffin your real first name, or is it your OC name?
No, Griffin is my real first name. Griffin was my great-grandfather's last name, which is pretty cool. My whole name is actually made up of last names. First name's my great-granddad's, second name's my mum's last name, and obviously my last name's my dad's last name.
Fascinating stuff. And are your initials GGG?
GWG.
Cool. If we're working off two initials, it's GG, which means it's good game all the time. So, your great-grandfather's last name was Griffin.
Yeah.
If his first name was Peter, I'm just gonna go crazy.
Nah, it's not. I'd hate to lie.
You hear that, listeners? An honest brony is a true brony. And of course, we like to thank Applejack for that very valuable lesson. That is a lesson we tend to learn from other places. MLP is a great reminder of that.
That's it.
So what else makes up the story that is Griffin?
Did a year of photography. The course really wasn't my cup of tea. Still love photography in general. Hoping to get into the Defence Force, become a pilot.
So Griffin, let's explore more about photography. What initially attracted you? What sort of inspired you?
What initially attracted me was probably got a little point-and-shoot camera, and I'll go on Tumblr or I'll go on DeviantArt and see some photos and I'm like, oh, that's real nice, and I'll try and recreate like the lighting or something, but obviously change the content. I did studio work throughout the year of the photography course I did. It was just amazing.
Cool. I have to ask, did you prefer working in a studio environment, or do you prefer taking photos out on location with, all natural?
They both got their perks. Outdoors, you can't really like shape the light as much unless you actually like set up all your equipment again. Same with like setting up inside in a studio. It's like all this gear out. It'd just be like a real complicated thing. Most of my photos I take are outside and all natural, as you'd say. But yeah, definitely in the studios was a whole different experience, and I'm definitely glad I did it.
Excellent. All good stuff there. Really good stuff. Next question is, what technology are you using? What technology were you exposed to in your studies? And I guess when I say technology, it's specifically cameras.
At the moment, like, just because budget-wise, I've got a Canon 600D. Throughout the course, we were like exposed to 5Ds, 1Ds and that, and massive jump between the cameras was absolutely amazing.
Awesome. 600D, that is favorite amongst prosumers and even professionals, because there's just so much you can do with it. And it was a scare, I guess it was about a decade ago, where, the first generation of DSLRs came out. Photographers, many years under their belt, were like, my goodness, I'm going to lose all my lenses, won't be able to use them. No, it's okay. We've got adapters. You can use all your original lenses. And I guess the thing about the DSLR, versus just a point-and-shoot camera, the lens captures a much more variety of light. Everything is depth of field, going manual focus, seeing the difference between the good old foreground and background. And there's a whole bunch of layers in between, which is definitely fun to play with. I guess this is more of a camera philosophy. What is the line you draw between the use of Photoshop, and sometimes the word use can mean overuse, versus just keeping the picture as it is that you took it?
I'd rather just like take the photo and like have it perfect. Can't always be the case. I'll use Photoshop occasionally. Like, it won't be anything like drastic, like changing the position of something or giving one area like more light. It really depends on the photo, I guess.
Keeping it pure, as nature intended that shot to be. So listeners, bronies, being creative in the fandom, I mean, Griffin's here. Griffin here has tried music. He's tried drawing. He's even going to try fan fiction. He's got the photography bug as well. So if you're hardcore, you know, want to take pictures, if you really love your ponies, and you know what, they both start with P, could go hand in hand. Placing your plushies, you know, recreating some of the scenes from the show. Like to see that. If you want to see something, I guess the first place to check is DeviantArt, or even before that, good old-fashioned Google. Am I right, Griffin?
That's exactly right.
So Griffin, thank you very much for being on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with your studies. Good luck with your future. Good luck with the Defense Force. Catch you later.
See ya.
This has been I'm Brony and I'm Proud. Lucky Knight speaking. Thanks for listening. Remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at IBAIP Show. Proud to be a Brony. Intro and outro by Black Griffin. My Little Pony, friendship is magic.
My little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be.